Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, I don't know what's happening today. Zoom is just not working for me properly. Second period's class, tried to go through the notes, and of course the audio went out. So I'm just going to try and go through this for you, make a video. Going forward, there'll be mostly videos anyways. As I mentioned, you can work ahead if you want. So this will be today's, and I'll post tomorrow's here in a little bit as well. All right, so at the top, as you notice, we are going back a little bit. This is with the iBook, so make sure, number one, download the Algebra 1 Unit 4 iBook if you have not done so already. If you need help on how to do that, please reach out to me in a Canvas message. We can jump on a Zoom conference and I will walk you through it. I'll just have you share your screen. I'll walk you through how to actually do that. Okay, so make sure, download the iBook. All right, so what are arithmetic sequences? Arithmetic sequences are exactly that. They're sequences that deal with arithmetic, right? So we say arithmetic, but it's the same thing as adding or subtracting. Okay, so sequences, if you think about a sequence, it's like saying, okay, what's the next term? So as you can see, we said find the common difference. Now we've worked through this before, and we said arithmetic is adding and subtracting, and we talked about common difference. We just haven't really talked about the formula. So today is going to be more about the formula. So what's the common difference? Remember that you're going from one number to the next, so you can always work yourself backwards. How do I get from 5 to 9? I'm adding 4. 9 to 13, adding 4, adding 4. Okay, so our common difference in this case is a positive 4. Number 2, you're adding 20 each time, so our common difference is 20. And number 3, it's going down 6, so that's a negative. Okay, so this would be negative 6. All right, so an arithmetic sequence is a sequence in which each term is found by adding a fixed number, which we call the common difference, to the previous term. We can use linear functions to represent arithmetic sequences. Here's some important notation. Remember that the word notation just means like how to write it. Okay, so that's what notation means. All right, so in this case, if you see where it says n, n is the number of the term in the sequence. So if I say what's the fourth term of this sequence, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, it would be 17, okay? So n is the specific term that they're talking about, okay? So if I say f of n, that means a function at the nth term. So what we're saying is, what's the y value for that nth term? Or for example, if it says f of 7, it's asking what's the 7th term in the sequence. All right, so you can always refer back to this other than the test, but like any quizzes, practice if you're not sure what the formatting is. If it says f of n minus 1, or sometimes you might see it written like this, that is the term before the nth term. So if it's asking for the 7th term, but it says f of n minus 1, well, what is n minus 1? What's 7 minus 1? It's saying the 6th. So if it says that, it's asking for what's the 6th term, because that's n minus 1. Okay, and then of course we've done d. D is common difference. So recursive formula, you can pause it now, make sure you get this written down, requires computation of all the previous terms in order to find f of n or a sub n. So in order to find the nth term, all right, so like it could be the 100th term. In recursive, you first have to know what is the first term. That's what this means, A1. It's not steak sauce. We're talking about the first term of the sequence, so the very first number. Okay, you have to know that, and it would say f of n equals the previous term plus the common difference. So for example, write the first 5 terms of each arithmetic sequence given the recursive formula. This is saying the first term is 11, okay? And in order to find the next term, we take the first one, subtract 1, and then add 4, okay? So, the first term, subtract 1 and add 4. So, in order to find the next one, this is the common difference, so you add 4. Okay, and that's how you find the term. So this is the 5th term. Okay, so how would I find the 6th term? Well, you take the 5th term, or 6 minus 1, which is the 5th, and you add the common difference, or in this case, which was 4, right? So we would take this, which is the 5th term, and add 4. Okay, so it's like that for recursive. It's actually pretty self-explanatory. You've been doing it all your life. It's just nobody's written it in a formula for you. Okay, so same way here. What's our first value? It's 21. And what's our common difference? Take the term, add the common difference, which is -5. So you're going down 5. Okay, same thing here. First term is 7, and we're adding 3. Okay, pretty self-explanatory there. All right, so that's recursive. Recursive says you have to know the previous to get to the new one. So if I want the f of 10, I have to know what is f of 9 plus the common difference, right? That's what it means. So that what is the 9th term, and then add the common difference, and that gets you to 10. All right, the explicit formula is a little bit different, because the explicit formula, you can actually predict all the way out to a specific term, and it uses some multiplication. So again, you have your first term, you got to state your first term, and then in order to find the nth term, you take the first term, so you take this number, and then you add it to the common difference multiplied by n minus 1. All right, so for example, number 7, we have 4 terms here. Okay, what's the first one? The first one is 2. Okay, so we're going to write the equation, which we started up here, and now we're going to say the nth term is going to be 2 plus, because 2 is what we start with, the common difference here is also 2 times n minus 1. All right, so what's the common difference? It's also 2. Okay, so now using that information, we're going to figure it out. So what's the 100th term? The 100th term is equal to 2 plus the common difference times whatever term we're looking for minus 1. So we're going to do 2 plus 2 times the 99th term. 2 plus 198 equals 200. So the 100th term, the value of the 100th term is 200. Okay? All right, let's try a few more like this. Okay, so again, these are explicit formulas. So what's the first value, or the A1? It's 5. What's the common difference? In this case, minus 5. All right, so we're going to plug it into the equation. So the nth term can be found by using the starting value and adding the common difference, which in this case is actually subtracting 5, and multiplying it times n minus 1. So let's find f of 60. So the function, the value of the function at 60 is equal to 5 minus 5 times 60 minus 1. Okay, so minus 5 times 59, and you can use your calculator for this. 5 times 60 is 300. Minus 5 is 295, so this would be 5 minus 295, right? Well, I'm second guessing myself right now, and I don't know why. Yeah, 295 equals a negative 290. Okay, so the value of the function for the 60th term is negative 290. Okay, another one, explicit formula. What's the first term? It is 8. What's the common difference? This one's going up 4. So our common difference is 4. Okay, so how do we find the nth term? Well, it's equivalent to the starting value plus the common difference, which was 4 times n minus 1. Okay, so the value of the function at 75, okay, is 8 plus 4 times 75 minus 1, which is 8 plus 4 times 74. Let's see, 75 times 5 would give you 300. 300 minus 4 is 296. So this would be 296. So this would be 304. So the value of the function at 75 is 304. Okay? So again, you're looking through these examples, okay? You're going to write the explicit formula, which is up here. So if you need to copy it down, go for that. This is the recursive formula. Okay, there's some examples. So you have an exit ticket. I want you to go ahead and try these. You're going to list your common differences. This is the recursive formula. So it wants to know what are the next 5 terms based on the information they give you right here. Okay, and then down here it wants you to write it in explicit form, okay? So complete the exit ticket and submit it for homework tonight. Let me know if you have any questions. Remember, I will not be online tomorrow, but if you have any questions, you can Zoom conference me or send me a Canvas message and I'll try and jump on at a different time. All right, have a great day. I'll see you guys soon.